Hello, everyone, and welcome to English Telescope. I am Azim.
And I am Saba. We are so happy to have you here with us today for this very special deep dive session.
Today, we are going to spend a lot of time learning a very important skill: how to communicate perfectly in a restaurant.
That's right. For many people, English can feel scary when a waiter comes to the table. But today, we will make it easy.
We will go very slow. We will explain the meanings of difficult words, and we will give you time to repeat after us.
Let's start with the first situation, making a reservation over the phone. Azim, let's tell our listeners what a reservation actually is.
Good point, Saba. A reservation means you are calling the restaurant in advance to keep a table ready for you. It's like booking a seat.
Okay, let's do a role play. I will call the restaurant, and Azim, you be the receptionist.
Good afternoon, Star Bistro. How can I help you?
Hi, I'd like to book a table for two for tonight, please.
Of course. What time would you like the reservation for?
Is 8 p.m. available?
Let me check our book. Yes, we have a table for two at 8 p.m. May I have your name, please?
It's Saba.
Thank you, Saba. Your table is confirmed for tonight at 8 p.m. We look forward to seeing you.
Now, notice how I said, I'd like to. This is the magic phrase. It sounds much more polite than I want. Everyone, let's practice this together. Repeat after me. I'd like to. Book a table.
Now, imagine we are at the restaurant door. We walk in and meet the host. The host is the person who stands at the entrance.
If you have a booking, you say, Hi, I have a reservation under the name Saba.
But what if you just walk in without a call? Then you ask, Hello, do you have a table for two available?
Let's practice that. This is a very common question. Repeat after me. Do you have a table for two?
Now the host leads us to our table and gives us the menu. Saba, let's explain the different parts of a menu so our listeners don't get confused.
Usually, the first section is starters or appetizers. These are small portions of food, like soup, garlic bread, or a small salad. You eat these while the main food is being cooked.
The next section is the most important, the main course. This is your primary meal, like a big plate of pasta, grilled fish, or a burger.
Then we have side dishes, often called sides. These are extras, like French fries, mashed potatoes, or steamed vegetables.
And finally, the dessert section. This is for sweet things, like chocolate cake, ice cream, or fruit.
Azim, sometimes people have allergies. This is very important. Allergy means some food makes you sick.
Yes, if you cannot eat peanuts, you should ask the waiter, Does this dish contain peanuts? I am allergic to nuts.
Let's practice asking about ingredients. Repeat after me. What is in this dish?
Now the waiter comes to take the order. They usually ask, Are you ready to order? Or, Can I take your order?
You should answer with, I'll have the... For example, I'll have the grilled chicken, please.
Let's practice ordering food.
Now, what about drinks? The waiter might ask, Would you like anything to drink?
You can say, Just water for me, please. Or, I'd like a glass of fresh orange juice.
While you are eating, if there is a problem, you must speak up politely. If the food is not hot, you can say, "Excuse me, my food is a bit cold. Could you heat it up, please?"
Excuse me is the best way to get a waiter's attention. Never shout.
Finally, after the meal, we are ready to pay. We need to ask for the bill.
In some places, they call it the check. You can say, "Could we have the bill, please?"
Let's practice this last important sentence. Repeat. Could we have the bill, please?
Before you leave, it's a nice gesture to say, "Thank you, the food was excellent."
It makes the staff happy. Well, Azim, we have covered a lot today.
We hope our listeners will listen to this over and over again until they feel confident.
Remember, speaking English is a journey. Don't be afraid of small mistakes.
Thank you for joining us on English Telescope. Keep practicing and stay confident.
See you next time. Goodbye.
Goodbye, everyone.